What's up, everybody, and welcome to a special episode of the XP Podcast. This is our Fantasy Special Season 2, Part 2, and mid-year update episode for you. As always, I'm your host of the XP Podcast, Mike C. Joining me once again, as always, every time, all the time, my co-host of the XP Podcast, the Birdman himself, Logan B.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to new, finally, probably much anticipated, because surprisingly we got a lot of views on the last episode, fantasy special. And as you can see, I don't know if they're down below me, but we have fellow guests coming back, and actually, technically, first time on camera. So
Worthy's below you, DJ's to the right of you on my screen.
Yeah, okay.
There you go. Speaking of those two, also joining us back again is the copyright claim target himself, Mr. Pinball Worthy Morgan, owner and operator of Budgie Publishing. What's going on, man?
Nothing much, guys. Glad to be back here.
Short and sweet. Sorry, I'm getting delivered chips.
That's it.
finally joining us, the man, the myth, the legend, the personification of Thor himself. You can find him on PlayStation at Thor Kage and some numbers, the owner and operator of Useless Trivia Incorporated, the Big Daddy DJ K. What's going on, man?
Not much. I totally didn't think about it. I should have brought a Thor hammer with me. I got like 4 of them, but next time.
I got the God of War one back there for you. Do you want me to get it?
I handmade a God of War one.
Okay, well, I can't cut a piece of wood straight, so. Anyway, what's going on?
Mine is all metal and it weighs like 40 pounds.
What's going on, guys? How's everyone been? It's been a while. It's been, what, 6 months since we've been on podcast together? It's crazy.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
Holy crap. What
yeah.
the heck? Jesus.
So, yeah,
You're flying.
everyone out there is seeing you for the first time, all your bright, shiny, beautiful faces, bearded up and everything. Logan's, I just realized, Logan, you're the only one without a beard on this podcast. How's that make you feel?
What do you mean? Do you see this? Ooh, look at all the beard.
Oh, man.
I could shave right now and have that by the end of the podcast.
That's a rough challenge.
That's a week for me. So,
all right. So, how's life? How's being fathers and husbands and how homeowners doing? Because Logan and I are still playing a child's game over here. So,
hey, I'm married.
Fair enough. I guess I'm the only one playing a child's game.
Nerd.
Oh.
Just I'm checking out.
It's good. Just done a ton of repairs on the house, and
You can
just
cuss, by
picked
the
up
way.
my
I don't
older
care.
kids. So
I know you wanted to say shit there. You can say it. I don't care.
Yeah.
We don't get enough views for YouTube to give a crap what we say on the show.
Yeah.
So, DJ, you're the newest father here. What's it like? How's the kid?
I'm 5.5 weeks, 5 weeks out from having a 1-year-old now, which is crazy. She's being a pain in the ass tonight trying to go to bed. That's why it took me so long to get on here. But other than that, yeah, we're ripping parts of our house apart too. That's why usually my overly decorated wall is blank other than a couple of things behind me, because eventually it's all going to be downstairs.
Wait, is that a Kitsune mask past there?
That's Itachi's, or not, yeah, Itachi's.
That's a Kitsune, right?
Well,
that's a Kitsune over
Itachi's
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So these are Kakashi's and Itachi's Black Anbu bat masks from Naruto. I have all my pops are on this side of but eventually when I get my game room downstairs, all the pops will be probably behind me instead of staring at me creepily.
All right. Well, it's glad to hear from you guys. I can't wait to get into this episode so everyone gets to know how we've been doing throughout the year. Logan and I have given small updates here and there, but we're going to go in detail on everything, including our Fantasy Critics League. How's everyone doing? I'm sure we're all enjoying getting bent over by Worthy down there, so it's been fun. And then also, I'll let everyone know, including all the people on the podcast here, how we're doing on the OpenCritic Prediction Battle. It's a close race, other than DJ up there. He's falling behind a little bit. But ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, this is in fact the Fantasy Special, a mini-series where all of us here at the Experience Point sit down throughout the year and talk about a fantasy league for video games, our OpenCritic Prediction Battle, and anything else we want to do. We're also going to give you our mid-year update this year. We're going to go through our favorite games that we played this year so far and our most anticipated games yet to come out in the next 6 months. Excuse me. If you enjoy this, please do us a favor. Go over, check out the regular XP podcast, our weekly video game and pop culture news podcast, where Logan and myself sit down with y'all and talk about all the news stories and happenings inside and out of the video game world. We post a new episode each and every. I did that last week too. We post a new episode each and every Monday at 8 a.m. so you can listen to it throughout the week or whenever you desire. You can find us on most of the popular podcasting services, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. If you enjoy what we're doing here on the XP podcast, please go over to our Patreon, give us some support where you get to be a part of our weekly discussions and give us your opinions on everything we talk about and everything we don't. You also be able to find all of our uploads there, along with any exclusive episodes we may post, and those exclusive episodes are in the works right now. They're almost here, so keep it locked, keep it tuned. We're going to start giving you some PlayStation episodes, some Xbox-centric episodes, and then maybe even a little extra on top of the XP podcast just for you Patreon subscribers out there. So keep it locked and get excited for that. However, if you don't have any money to send away, don't worry. We still love and appreciate you for listening to us and being a part of our growing community. You can also go over to our YouTube channel. We get this show and all of our shows in video format. If you do, please don't forget to give us a like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification icon so you can be aware of everything we post when we decide to post it. With all that out of the way, though, let's get into this very special episode of the XP Podcast. We begin with what is and forever will be the rundown, where we catch up on all things pop culture that we've been doing, whether it be gaming, TV shows, movies, books, or comics. It doesn't matter to us because we like it all and love to talk about it. I ad-libbed some of that, and it got so long, I had like so much saliva in my mouth. That was rough. Anyway, first up on the docket, I don't know, spin a wheel. DJ, what have you been doing? What have you been playing?
Well, as you guys saw during our test last night, I am literally two bosses. Well, I shouldn't say boss. Well, I guess they're boss characters away from beating and platinuming God of War Ragnarok. So, I still need to go back and speedrun Stray. That's like all I've been doing on PlayStation, really. Because Warzone is dumb. Other than that,
That makes no sense. That's
What?
That's all you've been doing on PlayStation because Warzone's dumb? That doesn't make a lot of sense.
Well, I haven't had a lot of time to sit and game. It's easier to sit and game on my Switch because I can be downstairs and semi co-parenting. So, but on Switch I've been playing. Well, I kind of stopped playing Pokemon because I got a little burnt out playing it. But I got Advance Wars 1 and 2 reboot. So I've just been playing through that. Just they're like, I have no problem with most missions, but if you're playing a mission where it's just capture X amount of buildings before the other person, because they always are within like striking distance of all the buildings they need, and they're like, guess what, you have to try for all yours. But that's pretty much it. Haven't really watched any movies. The Marvel stuff is I'm kind of like you, Mike. The Marvel stuff is a little burnt out on it. I'll
Trash?
probably
Trash is a
see
good word
stuff.
for
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I want to see Guardians 3. That's about the only thing I've heard that's been good.
Very good.
If I can sneak away from the house or something, I might go see Oppenheimer by myself. But other
Oh
than that,
man,
yeah.
that movie looks so good. I want to go see it.
Haven't. I mean, I've watched some of my wife's TV shows other than I've been watching alone. And she's been watching whatever Cruel Summer was one. Why Women Murder was another one. That was a weird show. But other than that, yeah, just been
You jumped
chilling
on
and
Never Have I Ever Yet?
no, not yet.
No, it's so good. That's the one that you didn't like, Logan, and Andrew talked shit about you in the comments because it's awesome. And it's a romance show, so you'll never watch it because you're limited in life like
Oh,
that.
okay, that's why I keep. Okay, never mind. Yeah,
Damn. that
I'm
was
never
mean.
gonna watch it.
I'm sorry. Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad. I understand being the father, you don't have much time to play video games, but the other father in the podcast, Mr. Pinball Worthy Morgan, let the people know what you've been playing.
Yeah, I've video game wise, the most I've played is just Destiny, and they just released a nice piece of the story in that one, and that's video game wise. That's about it. I played some other games with the kids and Brittany on the Switch, just some Mario Kart, Mario Party, and TV show wise, we've been watching Archer. I've got it on Archer, and
Oh,
we
Archer's
just
so
finished
good.
Archer 99, and we just started the other one. And after that one, I don't think I've watched any of the newer Archers, so pretty soon that would be new for me.
I'm not allowed to
And-
watch Archer when Lena's around because it sounds too much like Bob's Burgers.
Have you seen the episode where literally he actually is
Mhm.
Oh,
Bob from
that's
Bob?
one of my favorite
I
beginnings to an episode.
love that episode so much because that's the time I actually figured out that he was Bob from Bob's Burgers. I had no idea until I watched that
Yeah.
episode. I'm like, holy shit, that actually is the same voice actor. Like, that's so cool. I
What's your
love
guys'
that.
When Brittany figured that out too.
What's your guys' opinion on BoJack Horseman? Because a buddy of mine,
I
Logan, you know him, Eric. He
Yeah.
loves BoJack Horseman. He showed me like 3 episodes, and he's like, "You gonna watch the rest of it?" And I was like, "No, this is awful. I hate this."
It's more of like a cringy humor where it's like it's kind of like The Office, but it's like the worst episodes of The Office where like literally like for example, the episode where Michael Scott kept saying he was going to give a bunch of kids all that money and he promised all that and then it just felt really
That's nuts.
awkward. That's BoJack Horseman every episode. That's pretty much what it is. It's like it just makes you feel really awkward. Like I liked the first season, it wasn't too bad, but I stopped watching after that. I just couldn't do it. It's just really it kind of grossed me out a little bit. Like it's a really gross kind of humor in my
It
opinion.
was. I put it on as like background noise for when I'm up here painting Warhammer models or whatever, and then I just like paid attention for an episode or two, and it was like I don't remember it being this. Yeah, cringy, I guess is the best word for
Mhm.
it. But like now, I'll go through Rick and Morty. Solar Opposites is pretty good.
Ooh, Rick and
Um,
Morty. I love it.
and then I might hop on Futurama once Hulu puts their episodes out.
You see that July 24th? They even
Yeah,
have a
I'm
trailer.
pretty
I'm
stoked for it.
freaking excited for that show. I cannot wait for Futurama. Oh, I love
Yeah.
Futurama. Actually, wait.
Futurama was good.
One thing I wanted to bring up to you, Logan. This is
Okay.
something. Oh my god, he does this all the time, guys. He always just leaves. He just leaves, and it's not like he cleans up the background image of his thing, so you just see fucking blankets everywhere.
I
Yeah.
tried to last night because I realized there's too much blank stuff. So there's the huge Millennium Falcon Lego set.
I'm
Um,
building one of the like the cardboard ones. I'm trying to do that. So
I've got some pops.
Oh,
Futurama.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
wait. Oh yeah.
damn.
I'm quite the
Ah.
fan of Futurama, as I said. So
It's
can't
hard to
wait.
see. I've got the light response to noise. I'll just turn it on. I'll join the light party with you.
Oh, I got the same one down here, the PlayStation one. I think it's dead though. Yeah, it's definitely dead.
I should go get my ghost from Destiny.
Mine's dead too,
Hell
so
yeah.
never mind. Mine's dead as well, so don't feel bad.
Yeah.
And then you can't see it behind those guys, but I have some the Pikmin plushies from Pikmin 2. But
excited
I don't know where
Surprised
blue
you haven't
and,
been playing
blue and yellow
Pikmin,
are.
by the way. They brought Pikmin 1 and 2 to the Switch.
Well, yeah, I'm probably gonna buy those this weekend because, like, I don't know where the Wii is because I have them for Wii. Pikmin 3 was a huge letdown for me, especially after I beat it. I was like, this was dumb.
See, that's good to
But-
know because the only Pikmin I've ever played is 3, and I was like, I don't see where the hype is. So
Pikmin 1 for me is like top tier because it's a fun game for speedrunning. Like that's the only game I've ever enjoyed speedrunning. Because you get 30 days. So like and like my record is get all the parts except for the final boss part by day 23 and beat the entire game. I did the fastest I've done it is like an hour and a half.
Ooh,
Damn.
nice.
Jeez.
The only other game I've had to try to speedrun Stray, and the only other game I speedrun is Portal 1, which my record is 25 minutes on that right now. But I just picked up that and Portal 2 for Switch, so I'm excited to see if I remember how to beat Portal 1 again.
hey, don't feel bad. I still haven't speedrun Stray, and it's literally the only trophy I need for the platinum. I keep telling myself eventually I'm gonna go back to it, but
Well,
I
that
can't-
one night we were talking about it, and I had the don't die in the sewer or don't kill anything in the sewer. and tried speedrunning at the same time, and I
Yeah, not gonna
died in
work.
the sewer like twice. And I only ended up. I was so mad afterwards. I checked the game time on it. I had 2 hours and 20 minutes, so I was literally 20 minutes over having the speedrun trophy.
Oh.
I was so mad.
Hey, Stray coming to Xbox in August. That got announced this week. So you Xbox fans
Yeah.
out there, if you listen to us, you get a chance to check out what I still feel like is an amazing video game.
Mhm.
Was definitely number 2 in line to win game of the year last year.
Well, for you maybe, not for anybody else, I don't think. But all right, well, it's time to get to it, Mr. Birdman. It's been all of like maybe 72 hours since we sat down to record. But anyway, what have you been doing those 72 hours?
I played more Half-Life Alyx. Super good still. Absolutely loving it. I put like another hour or so in it. I think I don't really know what chapter I'm in, but it's done through chapters and everything. I believe at my I just got past like I'm gonna say either halfway mark or I'm about 3/4 of the way through the game by now. Yeah, super good. Other than that, I've just been kind of messing around on the PC. Really haven't been playing a lot of games. Like I want to get back into Zelda again. I absolutely love that game. Again, I put 55 hours into the game straight, but maybe it's just like I don't know. I need to find my excitement in video games again a little bit. I've just been really into like photoshopping and stuff right now. I don't know why. It's like all I think about is I just want to get on my computer and do stuff on Photoshop. So that's all I've been really doing. So it's been a pretty chill week.
Sounds
So
thrilling.
I know, right? Just super exciting.
Well, I mean, you and I are switched because I was on a break for video games for a little while there, just kind of
There we
playing.
go.
I was like, I was gonna tell you to turn your lights on, but I was on a break for video games there for a little bit, and now I'm just up in the anals of Final Fantasy 16, just right up in that ass, man. I just can't stop. I'm really
That's
enjoying it so
fair.
far. Yeah.
I
Uh,
will say not really nerdy thing, but I have been
By the
jamming
way,
out
this new fucking salsa Peyton
yeah,
got
just
is
cut me
killing
off.
me. I will. I do it all the time. Sorry, this
Dick.
thing is killing me. Go ahead.
Yeah, I hope it does. Choke on it. Um, but I have been jamming out to the Across the Spider-Verse album on Spotify like every day this week. Dude, Annihilate is probably one of my new favorite songs of all time. Like it's absolutely amazing. Like I don't think I've been so just into a song for as long as like I actually started getting back into listening music in general right now. So that's cool. If you haven't listened to the Across the Spider-Verse playlist or album, go check it out. It's amazing. It's so freaking good.
DG, I know you and I talk about video game soundtracks sometimes, especially on the last episode we talked about. Listen to Find the Flame from the Final Fantasy 16 OST. It is incredible. I mean, it was in all the trailers. It's like the song of the game, but every time that song hits, man, when you're playing in a battle or something, it's crazy. But yeah, so let's see. I'm closing on the 40-hour mark. I think my PlayStation says 38 or 39. It seems to be tracking right now. Sometimes it's sketchy if that tracks properly or not. 70% through, so that's cool. I'm getting there. I'm trying to do every single little thing the game has to offer. Okay. Well, Logan wants me to die, not you, Willie. All right, chill out, man. All right.
Current
So
song playing on my Spotify is Kung Fu Fighting by Carl Douglas.
that's not the song I told you to look up.
I know. It's next to my queue now.
All right, good. It's fantastic. But yeah, so far, nothing but good things to say. I mean, I guess that's a lie. I have some negatives to say, but can't wait to sit down, talk to Logan in the review. Hopefully, he has some questions for me. I want to do a spoiler cast for it, but I don't know who's going to join it for me because no one else knows anything. So yeah. Anything else, guys? Any other TV shows? Any other movies? Any other, I know, DJ, you read comics and all that. Have you read anything?
Comics have taken such a backseat. I like now it's down to the point where I literally only try picking up. I'm trying to eventually get the whole run of Thor. I think I've got which from like we're talking like 68, I think. to present, and I have a lot of the present stuff. I have a meat of it, a good chunk of it from like the 70s and 80s, but it's been a while since I've even gone and gotten any comics at all. The last, and I was just thinking too, I don't know if any of you guys watched The Bear on Hulu.
No.
It's
That's the one with the guy from Shameless, right?
yeah.
I've seen it.
And it's the first season was really dope. Second season we're only I think like 2 or 3 episodes in. It's a little chaotic, but it's decent. But we'll see how the rest of that shakes out too.
Oh, I guess the only other thing I've been watching, I forgot to mention this last week. I started watching The Idol, the new HBO like hyper stylized sex thing, like kind of like, I don't know if you guys watch Euphoria or not. I love Euphoria, so
I watched some of Euphoria.
yeah, it doesn't pull its punches. And The Idol is so far a pale imitation of what Euphoria is able to do. So what do you think about Euphoria, man? Because I think sometimes it indulges in itself too much. It's a little hyper stylized too much sometimes.
Yeah, it gets I don't know if gets a little full of itself is the right term, but yeah, I'll definitely agree with that. There's a couple episodes I was like, because Lena's watching it, and I like, so I'm just kind of sitting there along for the ride. And a couple episodes I was like, man, they're a little too over the top, and they're like being meta about being over the top, and it was like, chill out, guys. Where you're supposed to be in like high school or college, like calm down.
Well, it's also like the directorial style too. It's like, I
Yeah.
understand it's like auteur style, like, you know, something reminiscent like Guillermo del Toro. That's not right. Quentin Tarantino. He has like his own style, and it's like hyper stylistic and all that. But I think sometimes it goes over that bar.
Which I thought I would like it a little bit more because I heard somebody else say that in a review. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll watch it a couple episodes with her. And I was like, man, this like, it's like they took the car that he was driving and tried to drive it over a cliff, but then stylized driving over a cliff. Like it just sometimes is a little too much.
They got in the car from Final Fantasy IX and went off into space. I said Final Fantasy IX. I meant Fast and Furious 9. My bad. All right. Well, that's good to know. I'm glad everyone's enjoying their life out there, being adults other than myself. So that's always good on the ego. So, guys,
Yeah,
it's
you'll
time.
get a ring someday.
Kids just finished playing baseball, so they got to experience me yelling at them on the baseball field.
I told Peyton I was gonna give her a ring on the cruise. I was gonna buy her I forgot one of the ring pops. I was gonna give it to her in front of her family. That's who I am. Anyway, it's time to go into the meat of the show now, talking about our years in review, some of the things we played, our favorite things that we've played, and some of the things that we've yet to play that we're very excited for. So starting at the top with our favorite games of the year that we've played so far. It does not have to be from this year. Whatever you guys have been playing, whatever you've been doing, what is your number one game of the year so far? Let's start with the man at the top left of my screen and your screen for the listeners and watchers, the Birdman himself, Logan B.
That's a tough one. Man. I think the biggest surprise for me this year would probably be Hogwarts.
Immediately goes off script. That's Logan.
What do you mean?
I said your favorite, not your biggest surprise.
Okay, but I'm trying to get to the point where I'm going
Okay,
to like
well,
what my favorite is.
Get to it quicker.
Oh my goodness. I guess so far it'd probably be Resident Evil 4 for me, probably.
Really?
That's probably my.
You gonna put Resident Evil 4 over Tears of the Kingdom?
I can't really say Tears of the Kingdom is my favorite game of the year when I haven't beat it yet. I feel like I don't know. You know
I
what?
think you can.
Fuck it. I'm gonna say yeah. Tears of the Kingdom probably is my favorite game of this year so far. There's not much more I could say about it if you guys haven't already heard it like through multiple episodes. It's just a phenomenal game that's just insane that it runs on a Switch in the first place. I don't know. It's great. I love it. It's fantastic. If you haven't heard of it, you must be living under a rock by now. It's a phenomenal game. If you have a Switch, go check it out. I know it's $70. It's kind of weird that it's like the only Switch game, even after the Direct, that's still $70. But whatever. Phenomenal game. I think it's worth it. So
All right, let's go around the horn here. Going to you, Mr. Worthy Morgan. I know you said you've really only played Destiny so far this year, but is there
Yeah.
anything else? Anything else out there in the
God of War.
annals?
Monopoly, the Monopoly
No,
phone
the
game.
first one.
The first
And
one.
I still haven't. I haven't finished it yet completely, but I'm still working on it. It's really good.
Yeah, God of War
I have it.
2018. God of War 2018 is a pretty fantastic video game. So
Yeah.
you need to
And
get
I imagine everybody's heard how much you love it too. On here.
favorite game of all time so far. I mean, we do plan on doing an update to that
Yeah.
shortly. Logan
I'm
and I,
looking
so
forward to playing the second one.
you should be. It is. I'll be
It's
interested to.
amazing.
Fantastic.
I'll be interested to get your opinion, cause Logan and I played the second one 5 years or 4.5 years after the first one came out, so we had a
Mhm.
different perspective. It wasn't fresh in our minds.
I don't think that's true for me.
Oh, well, shoot for me. I
I don't
played.
think so.
I played.
I
it
think
day
I
one.
played God of War 2018 in 2019.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think I
2019.
played it in 2020 or 2021, or kind of going from 2020 into 2021.
Well, I'm a day one guy, so I played it the day it came out, so I couldn't wait. So for me, it was really nice to get back into it, get back into the rhythm, and it was all very fresh to me because I hadn't played it for so long. So interesting to see how you feel about the changes to the combat and everything they do in the second one. I'm gonna skip myself and go up to the guy above me, Mr. Thor Kage. Give me your number one game so far this year.
It's tough because Pokemon was just kind of up and down. It's probably gonna be God of War Ragnarok because although I beat the story last year, I've the meat of playing it has been this year, and so it's either that, because that end story I was edge of my seat just having a blast, and being holy shit after every little thing. Other than that, it's between that and it's between Advance Wars. I was so happy when it finally came out, even though I didn't get it in the draft. Because it kept getting put, like we talked about, it kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, and it was in it's never coming out hell. And I was on the brink of one of the stores that I go to for pops, both buying and selling, had a Game Boy Advance copy for $100 sealed in the box yet, and I was like, I'm gonna have to pull the trigger on that and then spend the money to get one of my Game Boys fixed because they're all beat to hell and don't work very well, and they probably need mods and updating. But yeah, I've been enjoying it. I'm glad it's not exactly the same. They've added some stuff to it and made it a little more challenging. So it's definitely either Advance Wars or God of War Ragnarok.
All right. Well, mine's gonna be easy. It's the only game I've given a. Well, at the time it was a 10 out of 10, but we changed our rating system, so it's S ranked now. But it's Resi 4. I think Resident Evil 4 modernized my second favorite game of all time in an immaculate way. It didn't. There were a couple changes as a very, very old school fan of the game that I wasn't in love with, but it would behoove me to say anything else that it is one of the best remakes we've ever gotten in video games. So maybe a challenger will step up in November 7th, I believe, this year. A little game called Super Mario RPG. But in terms of what a remake is supposed to do, it's supposed to modernize it. It's supposed to attract a new fan base and satisfy the old fan base, and all the things that a remake is supposed to do and has to do. And I think Resident Evil 4 and Capcom and everyone knocked it out of the park. They absolutely destroyed it, and I loved that experience. And I really have to think, when we sit down to make our favorite games of all time list, Resident Evil 4 is going to be on there, one of the two. I have to figure out which one I like more. So that's my problem, not you guys' problem, I guess. So, all right. Well, it's interesting. We all had different games. That's fun. I like that. So, we're going to go now to our most anticipated games yet to come out. Because let me tell you what, guys. This is a stacked year like we've never had before. Worthy and I were
I mean-
talking last night, just in October. Want to hear the lineup for October
Bunch of shit.
of just AAA games? Forza Motorsport, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Lords of the Fallen, Alan Wake 2, Spider-Man 2, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and then if you care, the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection. That's all in 1 month. And also, I skipped over it, but the Detective Pikachu returns because that shit. Also, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2. Jesus. Man. What a month, dude.
Damn.
Hey, our
Yeah.
birthday month's looking good, DJ. It's looking
yeah.
good. So, yeah, anyway. There's a lot of games left to
I mean,
come
we got
out.
a lot in September too. You're forgetting that. We got
Eh,
Starfield, Liza P, Mortal Kombat 1.
I'm not
I know you don't
forgetting
care
any of
about
those.
Payday 3, but I think Payday 3 is very hype. Still can't believe that's coming out. It pisses me off. But Worthy just gets a game that randomly, magically comes up. But me, oh, Final Fantasy, no. How about Wolf Among Us? No.
You're
Like,
forgetting.
bullshit.
You're
So
forgetting
mad.
the best game coming out in September, Logan.
What's that?
Eternites.
Eternites?
Yeah, man, it's that JRPG that's like Persona, but like dating sim. I can't wait for Eternites, dude. I'm super excited for it.
I do not remember that game at all.
That was from I was on that cast with you guys. It was like the 3 or 4 different companies that put out videos, and me and Mike were like, that might be interesting. You're like, this is the dumbest thing ever, because
I
it's
can't
like
wait.
a dating app turned into a video game.
It's so good. I can't wait. All right. Well, with all the preamble out of the way, guys, if you had to choose one game that's coming out between now and December, that's the only thing you could play. That's how we're going to do this. Let's represent your most anticipated game. What's it going to be?
Easy. I got an answer. Starfield. That's the only game, right? That's what you said?
Well, the way it's just like a way to phrase it, like, you know, your most anticipated game, like the one you cannot wait to play.
I think it's Starfield.
Mm.
Because it's so new. I want to say Spider-Man because clearly I'm absolutely pumped for Spider-Man, but I'm more excited for Starfield because it's new. And that has me really pumped because I love when something new excites me, and that's what Starfield is for me. So
All
that's
right.
me.
Mm.
Pinball down there. What you got for us? By the way, does it
Uh-oh.
offend you when I call you that? Because if it does, I'll stop.
No, I don't
Okay,
care.
good. It's kind of an offensive name when you think about it.
What,
I've been
pinball?
called that since
Yeah, that was his
since
nickname.
high school.
That was his nickname.
How is that even offensive?
Because it's a reference to the shape of his human being, so that's
It's
how.
it's better than what one of my college D lineman coach called me.
I used to
He
call
called
you
me-
bowling ball because of the way you played football. So I guess that's
Yeah.
I don't know if that's better or
That was
worse.
Kind
I'm
of
gonna
a
be
cool.
honest.
That'd be kind of a cool tackle. The bowling ball move.
No, it wasn't a tackle. It was watching him go through the offensive line, and he just hit off all the O lineman's legs because short
Just
king,
try
It'd
to
be like
push his shit in.
short king
it'd be like
over
one
here.
of those strike animations at the bowling alley.
All
love
right,
it.
man. What's the one game you are going to play for the rest of the year that you cannot wait to play?
Well,
I mean, I know the answer.
I'm-
Everyone knows
I'm
the
gonna
answer.
leave.
But
I'm not gonna even. It's Mario RPG's my best, but I'm gonna go a different route because that one's too obvious. I'm gonna go Lords of the Fallen.
Really?
you are so high on that
Whoa.
game.
The more I
I'm
watch
just
of it,
impressed.
the better. The better it looks for me. The more I keep watching more trailers and gameplay of it, I just like the aspect where you go into, I guess I can say like the afterlife, and then you're up there in the non-afterlife. I think that's pretty neat, and how you get through it. The longer you're in afterlife, the more enemies come to you. I think it's just all around neat. It's a different aspect of something like that is like
I
Dark
will
Souls
say-
and Bloodborne.
I'll definitely say it definitely is scaring me because the more I watch it, I'm like, yeah, it doesn't look bad.
Mm-hmm.
That scares me.
I'm
and I
not
can't
gonna
get
lie.
rid
It
of it.
sounds like you both just spoke Roman numerals to me. I have no clue what y'all just said. So
Really?
I have not been following Lords of Fallen. You know me. I don't like Souls clones.
The collector's edition is the
Yes,
coolest
that
collector's
looks
edition I've
awesome.
seen so far, I think, this year. It was really badass. I like it a lot.
Mhm.
But you should look it up, Mike. It's cool. I mean, also it's an Unreal Engine 5 game, so I'm just excited to see some Unreal Engine 5 games come out this year. I just want to see them. I think it'd be cool.
I tried to
but
play
yeah,
the first Lords of the Fallen, and I just didn't
It
like
sucked. It was god
Yeah.
awful.
I've yet to play a Souls clone that I actually enjoy. It's
Maybe
somewhere-
try Liza P. You know, like I said,
I'm good.
try Liza P. It's like Bloodborne. It's really good. Like it's actually really, really good.
I can't.
I highly recommend it to anyone. It's a two.
It-
Yes, you can. It's a free demo.
It comes out 2 days before Eternites. I can't fucking play Liza P.
God, Jesus.
And no, I'm playing Starfield all September. So,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's probably gonna be me too. I probably won't be able to play it.
well,
September.
since Logan said Starfield, I'm just gonna say Spider-Man just to keep the conversation interesting. I don't know which one I'm more excited for, if I'm being honest. Like like Logan, pretty much just echoing what Logan said. I'm hugely excited for Spider-Man. I'm gonna be playing the shit out of that when it comes out. I'm gonna be up the ass of that one too. But Starfield just seems like a different level of video game right now. So that's my true answer. But I'll just say Spider-Man because it's my favorite fictional character of all time. So, by the way, one of my friends from work said Spider-Man was a whore today, and I still haven't figured out why she said that. So, I'm trying to,
Or
yeah, not HWHORE.
yeah,
I'm trying to figure out how that is. Maybe she saw something on TikTok. She's a big TikTok girl, so
No boy.
okay.
gotta love them. All right, Mr. Thorkage, what's your one game you're playing this year?
Well, it also might have been Starfield or even Spider-Man, but you had to remind me that Starfield is PC and Xbox only. So, since I have neither of those,
it's Eternites.
yeah, no, it's tough. I'm hyped, but I'm worried about Space Marine 2 for Warhammer 40K. But what I'm probably most excited and what I'm definitely gonna get and definitely gonna play the shit out of is Pikmin 4. Just because, like I said, after playing Pikmin 3, I'm definitely gonna probably get Pikmin 1 and 2 again this weekend. It just like those were the games I like. Pikmin 1 is the first game I seen like in that gen of consoles on GameCube because I had a cousin that was a beta tester. So he had like that Monkey Ball. I forget what other he had a couple other like games that were just to test to see how the GameCube ran. So like Pikmin is like, and it looks like it's kind of back to form. This is going to be much more close to Pikmin 2 than it is Pikmin 3. So I'm hyped, and I'm probably going to be playing that, not stopping getting yelled at for being on my Switch all the time.
Another game that's coming to the Switch late in the year that I know three of us have played. So Worthy, I'm gonna turn to you. Are you gonna pick up Hogwarts Legacy on Switch?
Probably not. No.
Damn, it's a great game.
I need
You played that, right, DJ?
No, I dude, like literally, I had all
It's
these
so
plans to
good.
get all these different games, and I just haven't played shit. Like, like the only game I went out of my way to get this year was Advance Wars, and then I just bought
Wait.
Tasmanian Tiger 1 and 2.
Why would Worthy not play it on PS5?
Because
He has
he's
a
the
PS5.
Worthy's the Switch guy in the group. He plays his
Dude,
Switch
you got a
all
PS5.
the time.
Get Hogwarts. It's so good.
I don't
I'm
play
not
the
even a
Switch
huge.
too much.
Oh, well, you did for a
He
while.
plays
there.
Destiny. Destiny ain't on Switch. What do you
Probably
mean?
could be.
If it was
Yeah.
though, that's
If
all
it
he'd fucking
was,
play.
yeah. You could get the new Ace. I already forgot the name of it. The Asus ROG Ally. You can play it on there.
All right.
On the go.
Don't get that Worthy. It's not worth it. It probably is worth it. But
No.
one game you did mention, DJ, and I know you and I are the big fans of the franchise here. I don't know if you heard the episode where we reacted to the Ubisoft showcase, but what are your feelings on Assassin's Creed Mirage and what we're seeing with it?
I was gonna bring that up too. That has me because like you and I have talked about like I feel like I've taken it in general, like even like with Star Wars, with some Marvel stuff, with Assassin's Creed, I've taken a lot lighter, like as they're complete dog shit and da 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 da. Like Assassin's Creed 4 was probably the last good one. Black Flag. 3 was phenomenal. Odyssey was okay, but like we've talked about before, it got so repetitive. And then like Mirage was announced, and you and me were both like, here we go again. And then like seeing more and more stuff for it, it's like, man, they're actually trying, and it gave me a lot of I don't know if it's just because it's that era or what, but it gave me a lot of vibes, like gameplay style of 2, and some of those games, and then it gave me like the vibe of Assassin's Creed 1. Granted, I think it's because it's around that same time era, like during the Crusades. But yeah, that is one I'm probably going to get to at some point.
Yeah, I'm very happy with what I'm seeing. I'm very excited for it. I'm not all in because I'll never be all in on Assassin's Creed ever again in my life. I've been burnt too many times on them, and I don't like what they do with the franchise. But like I was talking to Logan about on the episode we reacted to it, it's just they're saying all the right things, they're showing all the right stuff, and they're giving me all the answers to my questions that I want. But I just don't trust them. And man, I want it to be good so bad.
Oh, and like you just pointed out too, there's so many games coming out. It's like because we sat for what almost 2 full years where it's like because of the pandemic where we barely got anything, and now there's just so much that's like I'm pretty sure we talked about at the beginning of the year. It might have just been a you and me podcast, but it was just like there's so much coming out, and it's like if you on a tight budget or a limited budget, it's like you really have to pick like 1 or 2 games to get because there's so much. You've got that. We talked about Starfield. We talked about like a couple of Nintendo games. Mirage. There's just so much coming out. I mean, Spider-Man. Like, there's such a crazy amount of games coming out this year. Like before the end of this year, that it's just like I almost want them to take a chill pill on next year because, like, I feel like if I went and bought every game I want from this year, I'm going to be playing them like for the next 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, and it's a little different for you guys. You guys aren't regulars on the show, so you don't feel at least slight bit of pressure to play a bunch of stuff like Logan and I do. I don't know if he feels that pressure, but I feel at least okay. I feel some pressure to play a bunch of stuff, and like that's why I've kind of pretty much forgotten about a bunch of my other like hobbies outside of going to the gym, going to work, and I watch the occasional TV show and movie and all that, but pretty much everything else has gone by the wayside. I pretty much rely on my family to buy me some like graphic novels for like Christmas, birthday, all that. Like I've gotten the first 2 editions of I'm gonna say this wrong, the omnibus. Is that how you say that? The big collections. Yeah, I've gotten the first 2 editions of Invincible, which by the way, where the hell season 2 of that? Come on, Amazon.
I know.
I can't
said
wait.
later
but,
this year.
yeah,
So
well,
it
this
should be coming
this year's
soon-ish.
half over, so
Yeah,
officially,
that's
exactly.
fair.
It's to the day, half
Yeah.
over. So, but all right, so that's cool. So Logan's playing Starfield. Worthy's playing.
Lords of the Fallen.
Thank you, I forgot. Lords of the Fallen. I'm playing Spider-Man, and DJ is playing Pikmin 4. So that's all you're gonna get from us the rest of the year. So stay tuned to the fantasy. That's wrong too. Stay tuned to the XP podcast for our opinions on that. We're to go now to the main attraction of the show. This is where we run down what we have been doing and how we've been performing in our 2 main series / competitions that we do here on the XP podcast. I'm trying to think of another show that we can do, but it would require much more engagement, so I don't know if that's something we'll be able to do. I want to do like a monthly sales battle type thing, but that includes a lot more engagement, so probably going to go by the wayside. But guys out there, if you listen to us, if you have any ideas for little competitions that you want to see us do, because three of us we played football for most of our life. Logan appears to enjoy the competition of doing this kind of stuff, so I hope he does at least.
I do. Yeah.
So okay, so yeah,
We have to get back into Uno.
No,
Oh, yeah.
man. Uno needs to come back.
We can live stream our Uno games.
yeah. So I love
Dude,
competition. Sorry, go ahead.
I saw an Uno the other day. We were at Target looking for something. There is a new Uno that came out. It's all wild cards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
I see-
Wait,
awful.
did we play it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's awful.
I brought it up to you guys'
I
place.
picked it up and I was like, that looks like it would be a horrendous time unless you're playing it as a drinking game.
I think anything could be good as a drinking game, though.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I have a Drunkopoly where the whole thing is about drinking as Monopoly.
Nice.
I've seen those.
It's good. It's fun. I mean,
Fucking-
if you want to get drunk, it's worth it.
Fucking alcoholics up in here, man. let me
By the
tell
way,
you.
have you tried any of the new Baja flavors? By the way,
I've
This
seen
is
it.
the-
Is that one
I-
good?
That's
Yeah,
I
wait,
just tried
wait,
that one.
so-
It was okay.
I got both the new ones. Like one of them is Caribbean Splash, and the other one is Passion Fruit Punch. So
If
yeah,
it's-
I
this
want the
one's
heart-
really good. I like this one. This one's okay. This one's not bad. So
I've never been a much fan of the Baja.
That's a travesty. That's
I used to
honestly
not
a
like
crime.
Baja, but for some reason, throughout the years, I've come to really enjoy it. I don't know.
It's been a while since I've tried it. I might try them again.
The
You gotta be
zero.
stuffing your
If you don't
face
want to,
with
if you don't
$20
want to
worth of
have like
Taco
normal
Bell.
soda, I think Baja Blast Zero tastes just as good, and it's phenomenal.
I'm still
can't have any of
dreaming
that
of the
stuff.
day they come out with Live
I'm
Wire
allergic to
Zero.
it.
Dude, a Code Red
Yes.
Zero would be
No, Code
sick,
Red
man.
is
Code
garbage.
Red is so good, man. Code Red Zero would be the dream.
Code Red is far and superior to
Dude,
Livewire.
Livewire
original.
is. Dude, what do you mean?
Livewire is
I've never-
amazing. It's a little
I
taste of
barely
orange.
see Livewire.
Oh, it's nowhere.
Does it even
It's-
exist?
I had
That's what I'm
Livewire
saying.
not too long ago.
Yeah, there's a reason why it doesn't exist,
It's
Mike,
good.
because it sucks.
They
No,
need to bring back Surge again. That's what they need to bring back.
Surge. Oh
Is
my
it blue?
god.
Blue Pepsi.
Yeah.
Blue Pepsi?
I was drinking
What the
clear Pepsi just because it pissed people off. What does it taste like? It just tastes like Pepsi, but it's
Pepsi,
clear.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then why are you getting it? Because you're getting angry.
exactly.
Pepsi tastes like ass too. I hate the way Pepsi tastes.
It does, dude.
I just
Pepsi
don't
tastes
like-
like old people. That's what it tastes like. It's fucking awful.
I am
I have two
straight up,
questions.
like all we drink is Dr. Pepper.
Okay, well, let me explain
Yeah.
before you ask those questions. My grandparents always got Pepsi, and everyone I've ever talked to, they're like, yeah, when I went to my grandparents, what did they have? Pepsi. So literally, that's why I say Pepsi is an old person flavor, because
Okay.
it literally is.
Well, no. My biggest and most important question is, where's your reference point for that flavor profile?
Just, that's the reference.
You say it tastes like
Sorry,
old people.
Hammered
So.
licking old people.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
saying
it
it
is
tastes like
fucking
old people
licking
'cause
old
it tastes
people.
like my grandparents' house. Like that's like the flavor I think of when I'm at my grandparents' house is Pepsi.
We're going
Tastes like
down.
mothballs and old shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
I discovered
Ugh.
recently, my mother had to clue me into this. I was like, I asked her, this is quite a few years ago, but I was like, why do old people's house always smell the same? And she goes, it's because the mothballs. And I was like, I didn't know that's why it smells like that. Apparently,
That's
mothballs
awesome.
smell like old people, or old people smell like mothballs. I don't know the correlation there, but all right, let's keep it
Yeah, I
going.
don't either. Like,
We're gonna go now we're gonna start, I guess, with a Fantasy Critic rundown for the year. I'll go through each of the guys' lists and then ask them their overall impressions and how they've been doing, some of the decisions they made, and some of the decisions they may or may not regret, depending on who we're talking to, throughout the year. Starting with the man who's currently in last place. The owner and operator of Useless Trivia Incorporated, Thor Kage himself, DJ K. Somehow,
In last place.
Somehow he has managed. Well, technically he's not in last place, I guess. So
yeah, technically,
But
I'm technically.
That probably
in
will
last
be.
place.
I fucked that up. So, but he's projected. How about he's projected to get last place? I'll go on the projections. All right. So he started his year off incredibly strong. Obviously, his first round pick was The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, which got him a crisp 32 points off of that 96 OpenCritic score. He followed that up with Star Wars Jedi Survivor, coming in with 14 points. Then Hogwarts Legacy with another 14 points. And then his year got a little choppy. He took a risk on Forspoken, and that risk did not pay off, as it got him a hard negative 3 points. He then moved on to Blood Bowl 3, which was a catastrophe all its own, which got him negative 10 points. But that wasn't the worst catastrophe, because the worst catastrophe was Redfall at negative 11 points, coming in at an OpenCritic score of 57 as of today, as it sits. The rest of his year hasn't gone too bad, actually. After Us got him, 1 point. So that was bad correlation there. But anyway, Wild Hearts got him 9 points. Dead Island 2 got him 5 points. Company of Heroes got him 8 points. Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, 10 points. We Love Katamari Reroll plus Royal Reverie. That's a long name. Got him 13.
That is a weird name.
Got him 13 points. And most recently, one of his counter picks bit him in the ass. Negative 6 points coming to him on Aliens Dark Descent from his counterpoint. The rest of his year, in hopes of making a massive comeback, looks like this: Warhammer 40k, Space Marine 2, Sons of the Forest, Counter-Strike 2, Endless Dungeon, and the new one he picked up stealth-wise. No one even saw it because I didn't even look at the list for that week. Banishers, Ghost of New Eden, he picked up with his final dollar, leaving him his list entirely full. What do you think, man? It's been a rough one for you so far.
I mean, we talked about it, like, Forspoken was the same. Like, Logan had just taken Octopath Traveler on me. I was gonna pick Pikmin the next round, then the coming back Worthy picked it on me, and you had just taken Starfield on me, so it was like, I was like, okay, I was solid. I'll roll the dice, take Forspoken. It looked like it might at least hit mid 70s. Obviously didn't. Blood Bowl, I played a lot of Blood Bowl too. It's a fun way to kind of, because it's another what the hell is the company name now? I'm blanking. It's same company that does 40k and 30k and Games Workshop.
I thought you were talking about the company who made it. I was like, no, it's Cyanide.
And like Blood Bowl 2 is just it's fun. It's football, but it's like tabletop format, really fun. I figured 1 and 2 was really fun, 2 was good, scored high. I was like, they're gonna build on that, and then they shat the bed. After Us looked intriguing to me. Apparently I'm one of the, maybe that's what my 1 point I got for it was, because that didn't do good. And then Redfall, which we all seemed hype on until we saw like the final trailer, and then it was like too little too late for me to drop it, and that just blew up in my face. That one hurt.
I still thank you for that, because you saved me from that bullet, because I bid on it and you stole it from me. I'm like, oh man.
And that was one you bid on it, and I was still raging from you stealing Advance Wars from me. So I was like,
yeah,
I'm taking fucking Redfall, and it blew up in my face heroically bad.
I think it blew up in everyone's face, so.
And then like some of these, I like Dead Island 2 and Company's Hero, I snatched them because I knew they'd at least get 70, maybe grab an 80, which Company Heroes almost did. I stole Kirby's Return to Dreamland from Worthy, which I was like, that's gonna be easy 80. I actually put in the research on We Love Katamari, because it was more or less like a re-release just with added stuff, and it got like 80 something the first time. So I was like, and when it had came out, it was getting like 80s, 90s. So I expected to get 83, just took forever. Counter-Strike 2, I'm worried isn't actually going to come out, even though it's supposed to come out before Christmas.
It's coming out. Don't worry about it. It's coming out.
Which I figured that should get decent. Sons of the Forest is like still in beta, so I don't know if that's actually going to come out too. Endless Dungeon and the Banishers were both ones that I looked at recently that I was like, I think I got them scrolling Instagram or TikTok. And they both look fun to me, so I was like, and I think they're both on Switch, so they're ones I might pick up. I know one of you guys, Wizard with a Gun is one I looked at.
Yeah, Banishers was a great snack. So, because I'm pretty high on the way that looks, just based on who's making it.
Yeah,
I love Don't Nod. I love the games they make. So
I thought somebody stole Lamplighters on me.
Yeah, well, they did, but then he dropped it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay,
dropped it.
yeah. And that was one after I bid on it because I thought, yeah, it looks kind of cool. It looks like it'll be a neat story. And then like after I bid on it, I was like, oh my God, I hope I don't get it because I was like, it doesn't. I'd seen another trailer and I was like, I'm not as hyped. But like if Counter-Strike, Endless Dungeon, and Banishers can all get me mid 70s to upper 80s, I think Warhammer Space Marine 2 is gonna snatch me. I'm hoping at least an 84. Which, like we kind of talked about before, I mean, if you include After Us as one, I've got negative 24 points and then a 71 score, which if those are all positive and if I didn't pick Aliens Dark Descent, I'm sitting pretty and have a decent run at making a play for the crown, but I just yeah, and then Octopath Traveler was on my list. That got a 85. Advance Wars got a 81. That was on my list. And then we'll see how Pikmin 4 does. I'm sure that'll be at least an 80. So we'll back to the drawing board. We'll see how next year goes.
So you're shooting for third place, it sounds like. You're
Yeah,
hoping.
because honestly, it like between like, and it sucks too when you see those first three games I picked and it's 94, 84, 84, and it's like shit's gonna go good, but then it's like Logan only has out of his top three, he only has one that's a 85, and Spider-Man's probably gonna be a 90 plus. Liza P will probably be up there, and like you go down to Worthy, he's got Diablo and Resident Evil 4. It's
Well,
like, and he's got Street Fighter 6. It's like Jesus
well,
Christ.
I'll get to all
And
the other
then
guys in a second. So
and yeah, you just like all of you, it's like I'm good, and then the rest of you were just like, yeah, but you got those three negatives, so we're all just gonna steamroll the shit out of you the rest of this. And it's like, all right, I guess we'll just look forward to next year.
yeah, those three games obviously derailed your momentum a little bit. So sitting at a total, I forgot to do this, of 76 points with a projected point total of 95 points, which would put you in dead last. We still have not come up with a punishment. Probably, just have to dress weird or something during the next draft. It's probably what we're gonna do. So, but yeah, it really is a story of starting hot and ending with a whimper. You're like, the Aaron Rodgers of Fantasy Critics League.
Oh,
Just can't bring it home. But yeah, man, we were. I made a joke before Logan came on, so I'll tell it here. The fact that he has the second highest scored game in the history of video games and is going to get last place in the fantasy league, just I don't know whether that's funny, sad, or just where the cookie crumbles when you try to predict video game scores. You never know. All right, let's go with the man who is currently sitting in last place but is projected to get third place. The owner and operator of Shirley Games Exist Incorporated, the Birdman himself, Logan B. Also the man with the least scored games, so his year is kind of still up in the air. His scored games go like this. Octopath Traveler got him 15 points off an 85 score. Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot got him 11 points off an 81, and System Shock Remake got him 6 points off at 62, but he also scored a crisp 10 points off of his counter pick for DJ's Blood Bowl 3. The rest of his year looks like this. Marvel Spider-Man 2 was his number 1 pick. Liza P is number 2 pick. Hades 2. Stalker 2. Heart of Chernobyl. Metal Slug Tactics. Exoprimal. The Last of Us Never Gonna Come Out multiplayer game. The Finals. Alan Wake 2. Mortal Kombat 1. Wizard with a Gun. And still 2 open spots for the co-host of the XP podcast, the Birdman himself, Logan B. So, man, let me know where your head's at. What's your year been like?
I honestly haven't been as I feel like I'm in the same boat as you. Thor, I not a great year for me either. It's mostly because every game I pick seems to be delayed or just isn't releasing. And that's where my luck has not been hitting me. I've gotten lucky with one game? What was it? Liza P. I think that's the only game that I was a little worried about that actually got a date. Every other game has been delayed, pushed off. Like I had, let's see, I originally had Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice 2. Um, yet again delayed to next year. I mean, again, I had Final Fantasy VII Rebirth shows up delayed to next year. Last of Us multiplayer game, something
Technically
that we
not a
not
delay,
delayed,
but it is
okay,
out of this
but-
year.
Yeah, and then like Last of Us multiplayer, something I really assumed was going to be here, delayed. Like, and now I have a few other games I'm not gonna name off, but there's a few other games in this list that I'm really worried about not showing up this year still because they still haven't showed up in any way or form. What the? That's weird. I don't know why my earbuds did that. But yeah, so I'm having a very iffy year with this. Some of these I feel like are going to score pretty high that I've gotten. Like I think Mortal Kombat 1 is going to do very well, and I think Alan Wake 2 for sure is going to do very well. I also think Finals is going to score higher than what Mike is probably thinking, but I think Finals looks super good. And I believe that's for sure going to be coming out this year.
No release date
Super
for
excited
it yet.
about that. Yeah, no release date yet, but I do think it's going to be coming out within this year. Wizard with a Gun looks great. That's what showed up after the Future Game Show, I believe. No, it was Summer Games Fest. It was the after show with Devolver Digital. They showed off Wizard with a Gun. Looks cool. It looks like Don't Starve, but it's like a survival game, and you can play with like friends, and literally it's you're a wizard with guns. So I don't know. It's kind of cool. Looks interesting.
Who would have thought?
I know, right? It's Devolver Digital. It's how they are. I love them though. I love their stuff. Hades 2, dude. Please God, come out this year. Please. That would be a stupid good score, an easy one. I mean, look at Hades 1. Go look up Hades
Yeah.
1. Damn high score. If you get Hades 2 to come out this year, it's gonna be. I think I'll have a little bit of a higher chance of maybe possibly getting second place. Possibly.
Yeah,
We'll
the
see.
only thing I'm worried
But-
about with Hades is it's planned for early access, and we all know how early access games go. It's Sons of the Forest should be
I
a
know.
great score for DJ. Everyone loves it, but it's not
Oh,
official
remember
yet.
me
so
last year with my game that everyone made fun of me for getting? Oh, what was it?
Dune Spice Wars.
Dune
Spice
Spice Wars,
Wars. Yeah, that got early access, but actually has a score and everything. I think that's so stupid. It has a score. Just give me the score. Like, it's fine. But
Oh, by the way, I
I'm hyped
learned.
for Mortal Kombat on your list because of the. Did you guys see the feature that they added in for playing online?
No.
no.
If someone quits out on you, like rage quits, they set up a special fatality for you to do that like calls them out for rage quitting on you.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Well, I'm never
That's
gonna
awesome.
see that because I'll never make someone rage quit because I'm just beginning getting face stomped.
But I
the
will
whole
say
time I
Mortal
play it.
Kombat 1 is looking pretty good from what I've been watching. Like, really, really good. Maybe we can get a Street Fighter 6 kind of score. That would
No.
be pretty nice. I
No,
don't know.
I
I
think
feel like critics this year have been pretty generous with their scores. So,
If
Combat
Hadouken
1?
can score that well, get over here can score that well.
yeah.
no.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I'm confident in your first two. Liza P is probably gonna score. Everyone seems to like it. I'm just not into it. So, but I'm not hating on it.
Because you never played it. I
That's-
mean, it's a free demo.
I don't want to
Try
play
it
it.
out.
I don't want to.
But yeah, he played Bloodborne.
I beat Bloodborne. It's the only Souls game I've ever beat.
So if Liza P was a PlayStation exclusive, would you have played it?
No.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Okay, there's no way to
If it
check
was a
me.
mini,
then.
if it was a mini game in another game, would you play it?
It was a mini game.
Yeah.
What do you mean by mini game?
Like was it one of the Black Ops you could stop and play in our arcade games for like
talking about
just
Dead Ops?
because?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
you're
think-
talking about
was it Black
the
Ops
old
2 or 3?
Activision games.
Yeah, you
Oh, I
could
think
play
it's-
you could play old
yeah.
Activision games. I think it was Black Ops 2 or 3.
Yeah,
wanna point
Black
out-
Ops
Might have been
2 on
4.
Nuketown.
I-
Black Ops 2
yeah.
Nuketown. If you go up to the screen, you can play old Activision games. It
Oh
was
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I want to point out
Yeah,
that I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
play Bloodborne until 2017, so I waited 2 years after it came out. So all the stuff you're calling me out for, nah, just null and void.
Big thing.
Demon Souls also PlayStation exclusive. Didn't play that either one. So
That's fair.
come at me.
You got me there.
I'm just
Got
not
me
a
there.
I'm just not a Soulsborne game. I like story in games. You know that. I'm okay with difficulty if I know there's a tangible reward that satisfies me on the other end of it. And just beating something isn't enough of a tangible reward. So that's my rant.
Lame.
It's not really a rant, but
Just kidding.
you played
All right,
one
that's all I
Souls
gotta
board
say.
game. Get off your fucking high horse.
No, I
You
played
beat the
most of Dark
easiest.
Souls 3, and you say it's easy. It's not easy. I'll tell you
Everyone
that.
says it's the easiest
I will
Souls board
say
game.
no. I said it is the most accessible Souls game, but it is not easiest.
You say
It still
accessible.
is extremely hard.
I say you're a bitch. So we'll just have to agree to disagree. All right.
But yeah, that's all I really got to say. I'm hoping for some high scores. Again, mine's been pretty calm year. I've like literally it's the halfway point of the year, and I've only had 3 games. So please, the second half of this year, be like I want some good, like absolutely. And I hope Lords of the Fallen low key gets like a score of 70. I don't want it to be any lower than that. I think it looks good, but at least a 71. Like, I'm willing to lose a point on this, but if it's 80, dude, I'm going to cry. I cannot deal with that. Please.
Let's go
Uh,
90.
No, please.
Well, I forgot to do it again. For information, the Birdman has currently 42 points. It's projected to get
43.
43. I forgot to round up. I'm sorry.
How
It's projected
dare
to
you.
get 127 points. There you go. Moving on to the
You're
man.
welcome for 10 of those.
Moving over to the man
Mm.
currently sitting in second place with 93 points and a projected score of 148 points is me, the host of the XP
Me.
podcast, Mike Z, also known as DJ Ike. My year has gone okay, outside of a couple games that massively disappointed. So I started the year off. My number 1 pick, Final Fantasy 16, recently came out and got me 19 points off of an 89 OpenCritic. The same for my number 2 pick, Dead Space, which got me 19 points off of an 89 Metacritic. Fire Emblem Engage got me 11 points. Like a Dragon Ishin, 11 points. Horizon Call of the Mountain, 10 points. Atomic Heart, my first big disappointment, at 4 points. Dredge came in and got me 12 points. Chia scored me 7 points. Minecraft Legends, the biggest disappointment in my list, got me 7 points, leading me to my current standing of 93 points. And like I said, I'm pretty happy with how things have gone so far this year, other than them 2 big disappointments. I still think Minecraft Legends is complete BS with its score. I've heard almost nothing but good things with that game from Logan, from other people, from reviewers out there. Everyone seemed to really like it. I guess not reviewers, from like YouTube personalities and all that. And then it comes in at one of the lowest scored games of the year. That kind of hurts a little bit. And then Atomic Heart's just being way worse than any of us predicted. Very similar to one of my games from last year, Callisto Protocol. Just
Yeah.
massive disappointment coming in here.
Mm.
But I have hope to hold on to my number 2 position. I would need a miracle to catch up to number 1. That's probably not going to happen. But my remaining games that come out yet are Starfield, I had picked with my number 3 pick. Armored Core 6, I took a big chance on, and looks like it's going to pay off for me. Sea of Stars, Replaced, yet to come out. Helldivers 2, let's hope it hits. And then Immortals of Avium was my newest pickup. I'm hoping for mid-70s on that one. And that is my year overall. Like I said, any other year, it would be a great year for me so far. I'll be leading again, holding on to my crown, hopefully. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like I'm going to be doing that, because the man in first place, only sitting 1 point ahead of me right now with 94 points, is projected to get a massive 181 points, and he'll probably go higher than that. It'll probably be the first one of us to break the 200 point margin, mostly because I added like 2 games to the roster. But anyway, the owner and operator of Bungie Studios, still haven't got copyrighted claim for that. That's wild. The pinball himself, Worthy Morgan, his number 1 pick came in at 92, got him 24 points. Resident Evil 4 remake. He followed that up with Diablo 4 with 88 points. That's wrong. It got an 88, 18 points. Then he got Wolong Fallen Dynasty for 11 points. Street Fighter 6 coming in hot, giving him 23 points that none of us saw coming. Bayonetta Origins, Surza and the Lost Demon, a game he stole from me, 11 points. And then Aliens Doctor Sin, his most recent game, got him 6 points. His counterpick is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is guaranteed to not get him any negative points on his counterpoint. And he's yet to fill out 1 counterpick, so we still got that to go. So the man of the hour, the man who is running away with it this year, it feels like, Mr. Birdman. That's wrong. Mr. Worthy, you failed last year. You forgot to show up for 90% of the year last year. You came back strong and showed us that you probably would have beat us last year if it wasn't for you forgetting everything. What do you got, man?
Oh, I've enjoyed this so much this year. Ever since paying attention helped a lot. I I just spend so much of my time now just skimming over everything, and I'm still looking to fill that last counter pick out. And I've been holding it out, just hoping you would pick something up, Mike, that I could lock down that might not get released. I was honestly trying to hope that Armor Core 6 would not get released. I was scrolling through hell trying to get trying to just get the littlest leak that it was not going to release, and I was going to snatch it. But that failed.
Nope, sorry, it's coming out, brother.
Yeah, it failed. Just trying to make sure I get that first.
I mean, there
But-
is for sure one technically in Thor's that isn't gonna get released. Doesn't have any kind of lock or anything on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Sons of the Forest. Yeah, guess that is
Possibly,
an easy counter pick.
it is an easy one. No one can stop him. Like
I'll
it's
pick it.
there.
I'll pick that next year and maybe roll the dice on fucking Skull and Bones
Yeah.
again too.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
I'm more or
please
less
roll the
looking for
dice.
someone that's actually
Yeah,
gonna get
please
close
roll
to
the
me.
dice.
I'm
Maybe-
spending half my money on that counter pick if
Oh
you pick
my
up
God,
Skull and
yeah.
Bones.
Dude, Skull and Bones is still coming out this year. Don't even worry about it. It's coming out this year.
Yeah, that's what I thought last year. And then it's gonna come out, and then literally a day before it comes out, sorry, we're gonna push this out probably till next year, maybe even further. And it was like, all right, Ubisoft, thanks for the middle finger and the pat on the back.
Yeah, but man, I am proud of you, Worthy. You've been a real dickhole with how you picked up your games, pretty much just outbidding everybody and still having money in the
Mhm.
bank. And then you used all your money to pick up both the Super Mario games. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, the games he has still yet to come out is Forza Motorsport, Hollow Knight Silksong, Pikmin 4, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Lords of the Fallen, The Plucky Squire, Payday 3, Mina the Hollower, Blasphemous 2, Super Mario Brothers Wonder, and Super Mario RPG The Remake. So yeah, he's leading and he has way more games to come out. He's tied for the most games left to come out with the Birdman himself, Logan B. Now, I will say Logan has half the amount of games yet to come out, and he still has 2 spots on his list. So
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's a battle between who gets second. No offense, DJ. I don't think you got a shot in hell, man.
Well,
but I think it's going to come down to Logan and I for second place, and I think you're going to just blow us all out of the water, man. I'm going to be completely honest.
I'm
Unless
still
he's
worried.
get some bad scores, maybe Payday 3 could score poorly.
It could.
Just kidding. I'm
I
excited
don't.
for
I don't
Payday
think
3,
it's gonna.
I don't think
Even if
so,
it did,
but
I don't think it will railroad them that
no, it
bad.
wouldn't do anything. No.
I do have 2 games I'm severely worried about. But now that I forgot about the rule, you have to have money to pick up, so I can't drop them no matter what.
Yeah, they're there.
It is Hollow Knight Silksong
Yeah.
and Mana Hollower. Last I knew, Mana Hollow was coming out December.
The good news for
And-
you is the
I'll
way
trade
the
you for Sons of Forest.
the way the website works is once a game gets announced as delayed, it's locked. We can't do anything with it, so we have to counterpick
Yeah.
it before it gets delayed. So
Yeah, I've tried to do that with a few of Logan's games and was unsuccessful.
yeah, Logan, I forgot to ask you, what do you think about being like the #1 target for counterpick games this year?
Yeah,
Everyone just
I mean, there's
attacked
no one
you.
else on the board to go for, but me, go for me, right? Lock all my games while you're at it. 3
Well, you did
freaking
choose those
locks on
games.
my. I know. Hey, at least I have Exo Primal. Hopefully, I can get some extra points off.
Yeah,
of that.
I'm
That's
worried
gonna
about
be a
that counterpick.
beautiful- I still think I'm gonna get at least some positive points, and you're gonna lose at least some points off.
Here's
of
the
it.
thing, I
I don't think you're gonna
counterpicked it.
lose a lot from it. I don't think it's gonna be like an 80, but I don't know. Capcom has some secret sauce this year. It could be a high 80,
Here's the thing,
which would be really weird.
I counterpicked it with I thought the knowledge that I could drop counterpicks just like you could drop other games. I now know that you can't do that because I really didn't want to counterpick Exoprimal, but I didn't want to let anybody else get it. So I'm like, I'll pull the trigger, I'll drop it if it comes out and it looks good. You know, once Logan and I play the beta, if we think it's gonna score good, I'll drop it. Nope, can't do that. Because we played the
Yep,
beta. We played the beta. I'm like, this is not a 60s game. I'm not getting shit off that counter pick. But I can't do
Right.
anything about it now. So overall, guys, before we move on to the Open Critic, what's your final thoughts halfway through the year?
A
Guess
little
we'll-
worried, but I'm excited. I'm excited. Yeah. I will say I forgot to say one thing that did make me really annoyed was System Shock, where literally all the reviews, everyone said that it was like a really good remake, but they're like, oh, but it's too similar to the previous version. I'm like, but then people complain about remakes and they say it's too different from the original. What do you want?
All I can say to
I don't
that
know.
is welcome to 2023, man.
I know. Like
Mhm.
it's just so dumb. It makes no sense. It's not even the same. Like go look up System Shock, the original, and look at System Shock with the remake. It's completely different. Like even like the gameplay wise is different, but yet they said it's too similar. Whatever. But that sucked. That was supposed to be like an 80 for me, but it wasn't. So
Miss-
that sucked.
Mr. Thorkage.
I mean, I don't want to say I'm looking to next year already. I just last year, I've been kicking myself because I played this year like I thought I should have played last year because we had such a drought of games that like it was a scramble to fill the team last year, and this year it was like get everything filled up, and then I'm out of money, and then like two brand new Mario games get called on. Like you guys were easily able to outbid me throughout pretty much everything. So it's like, uh, I we'll get them next year maybe.
Yeah, I told Worthy one feature that I've requested to the guy to add, but I don't actually know how that's even possible, like in the background of things, is to when you have something bid, when someone outbids you, I kind of want there to be like a little notification so that you
Yeah,
could get like
yeah,
a bidding
that's the
war
one
for
thing.
games.
That's the one thing that I've really wanted because it's like, because right now it's like, especially when I was trying to be conservative at the beginning, it was like, all right, I don't know if any of these guys are gonna look for it. I'm just gonna throw like $10, and then I didn't get it, and then it's like, well, how much did you bid? Well, I did 11, and it's like, well, shit. Or it's like I threw out 7 thinking nobody's gonna touch me, and then it ended up going for like 30, and it's like I didn't even have that much money. So okay,
Yeah. All right.
I I think my biggest fault for me this year was I played it too safe at the beginning with bidding low numbers, which was just not the move because that's how freaking Worthy was stealing all these games because I bid like $2 because I didn't want to go like too high, but then now I regret it because he's gotten a lot of good
Just
games
dive.
because I bid it so low. So I think next year my thing to learn is to bid a little higher. And that's why I've gotten some of these games at the end. I bid really high. Like to get Alan Wake 2 and Mortal Kombat 1, I had to bid pretty high to get those because I knew Mike was gonna go for them too. So I was
Yeah,
like,
I
oh.
was mad that you beat me out on Alan Wake. That's gonna be a good one for you. I was a little annoyed by that. The other ones,
Mhm.
I think you stole 2 from me. I didn't care about the other 2, but oh no, you stole Mortal Kombat and Alan Wake because I bid on those
Yeah.
and Helldivers, which I'm worried that if
I
Helldivers
tried to
even
get
come out,
Helldivers, but yeah, who knows if that's even gonna. I hope it would.
yeah, it better because I spent $21 on it. It better fucking come out. Yeah. All right,
Jeez.
Mr. Worthy. Last thoughts on the year so far.
Oh, so far, I actually like the aspect of not knowing how much they bid because it gives it a little bit more mystery, and then you so you try to get a little bit more risky or not. You still have to decide. But I do understand where you guys are getting at. I would like to see that. I also like the little bit more mysterious. But
I
that
agree
might
with
be
that. I like the more mystery too. I don't really want to know what people bid because then it's just like sometimes you'll bid too much. It's the part of the strategy. It's the mystery behind it. I like it.
No, it's not that I'm
Because then you're
saying it
like,
would just let you know if someone outbid you. It
Yeah.
wouldn't give you the
Yeah,
numbers.
yeah.
It's be like, hey, you've been outbid for this game, and then you're like, okay, you can decide if you want to put more money down, but you still got to figure out, like, say you bid $10 and Worthy bid 15, it would just let you know that you've been outbid. So then you still got to figure out how much he bid, how much you want to try to up your bid. Yeah, because the numbers would still be private. It would just let you know that you've been outbid on something. That's kind of
Are
what I
more-
see
Almost
it.
like if they did a eBay system where you like, you
okay.
put in your starting bid and then you throw in your max, and then like it'll just like automatically throw like outbid the other person until it hits your max, and then you get a thing, hey, you've been outbid, and then it's like, okay, well, I had my max set at this, so they've at least done that, maybe more. Do I want to try to steal it yet, or do I just let them have it and hopefully I cost someone $40?
Yeah.
I don't think they could possibly do what you're trying to do right now,
Yeah.
Mike, because this isn't an app. This is a
Hmm.
web browser
Oh,
thing.
I believe me, I
And in
understand
order,
that.
yeah. So like if he maybe made an app and this does end up blowing up, which by the way, whoever the creator is, shout out. This is awesome. I love
It
this.
Yeah,
is
it's just
awesome.
one
I'm
guy
not
who runs
into
his site.
I'm not into sports or anything, but this shit's great. I love it. I'm all about video games. Even if I'm losing, it's fun. It's a
Why do
good
you think
time.
we all love fantasy stuff? Because this shit's
I
just
know.
fun, dude.
Yeah, well, I don't know anything about sports, so it wouldn't be fun for me because I don't know a single thing about any people. I just go to sports. I'm like, oh wow, score, big, good. That's me. Like that's me at a sports game. Like I don't know the names of the players, and I just go to watch. So this is something I know, but sports I don't know anything about. So that's why I'd be.
I'll tell you what, man.
Cool.
Our sleeper league that us three are in, the shit's getting wild over there, man. It's crazy. But all right, let's go to the
Yeah.
last competition that we've been doing, our OpenCritic Predictions Battle, which Logan pointed out at the beginning of the episode somehow blew up. It's our most highest non-reaction video on the channel, so I'm guessing you guys like it out there. So we're gonna keep doing it because it is also fun for us. If you don't know what it is, though, this is where all the games that we pick on our Fantasy Critics League gets thrown into essentially a PowerPoint. That's not right. An Excel sheet.
Excel.
Yeah. And we try to predict what the game's going to get and the scores of the games are going to get. And we get points based off that. The points go, if you hit a bullseye right on the money, you get an immediate 7 points. If you're 1 point away, you get 5 points. 2 points away, you get 4 points. 3 points away, you get 3 points. 4 points away, you get 2 points. 5 points away, you get 1 point. And any more than that, you get a big fat 0 sitting on the board. The rankings go as this. In first place is Worthy. He has 81 points. Go figure. In second place, I'm right behind him with 79. In third place, Logan, right behind me with 77. And then bringing up the ass in the rear is DJ himself, coming in significantly lower than us, 11 points behind him at 66 points. A little bit of the stats for you. The amount of bullseyes we've each gotten. I have gotten 2 bullseyes. Logan's gotten 3 bullseyes. DJ's gotten 4 bullseyes. And Worthy's gotten 5 bullseyes. And you all may be thinking, well, if DJ's gotten 4 bullseyes and Mike's only gotten 2 bullseyes, how is he so far behind? That's because the runaway reader with 0 points on the board, DJ has 16 zeros lined up on the board here. Far and away more than any of us out there. Worthy has the least amount with 9. Logan has the second most with 12, and I have 11, but I've gotten pretty darn close on a lot of them. I thought it'd be interesting right now, as we're sitting at the 6-month mark, the top 5 highest scored games of the year are The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom at 96, Resident Evil 4 at 92, Street Fighter 6 at 92, Final Fantasy 16 at 89, and Dead Space at 89. The top 5 lowest scored games out of these 5, 4 of them are DJs, so maybe that's a reason why he's falling a little bit behind in the Fantasy Critics leagues. But the bottom of the barrel goes to Redfall at 57, Blood Bowl 3 at 60, Forspoken at 67, Minecraft Legends at 70, and After Us at 71. Excuse me. And
Jeez.
yeah, sorry, it's burping. And that is the year. I was gonna
Oh, by
add
the
in.
way, can I put my scores in real quick? I forgot to tell you these. Super Mario Bros. Wonder 82. Nope, 84. I'm gonna match everyone else. I'm gonna match everyone else on that. And Super Mario RPG 88. So there you go.
88. You're matching me. All
Yep.
right.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna get 90.
big discrepancy there. And by the way, I forgot to add in Banisher's Ghost.
Oh yeah, like a dragon. That I guess we can do that right now if you want.
I mean, it's on this week's
85.
Okay, hold on. I'm doing other stuff. Alt enter. All right. So yeah.
Yeah, but
So Logan says 85 Sorry, my brain was freezing up.
Yeah.
It's for Like a Dragon Guide and the man who erased his name. DJ, what's your prediction on that?
I am gonna go 87.
87, going a little higher.
Damn.
Worthy, what's your prediction?
85.
85.
Thank you.
And
Good-
I'm
good
going to
one.
be the
Good choice.
man that does this. I'm going to split everyone right down the middle and go 86. Persona
Ooh,
5
okay.
Tactica. What are we thinking on this? I'll go first to be fair. I'm going to go ahead and go 82 on Persona 5 Tactica. Logan.
83.
83. DJ.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 83 too.
83.
Oh, yeah, I was up for 84.
And
Choices
Worthy.
wrong.
80.
80. Okay. That was
Coming
as fun
in.
as I was expecting that to be.
And then the only one left that we haven't predicted, Banisher's Ghost of New Eden. DJ, this is your game, so you go ahead and take the wheel.
I'm gonna
DJ,
go
take
with a
the wheel.
79.
79.
Really? Wow,
Worthy.
Sell yourself a bit.
77.
77. All right. Well, I trust Don't Nod. I'm going to go 82 for Banisher's Ghost of New Eden.
I'll bring you a better one. 81.
81. All right.
Yeah.
Now, by the
Yeah.
way, some of our bullseyes and our zeros have been from delayed games. We all got a 0 for The Last of Us Factions because it was, in fact, delayed, and we all expected it to come out. A couple of the other ones, Senua Saga Hellblade got delayed, and we all projected points in that. Worthy was the only one that predicted it get delayed, so an easy 7 points there. The Wolf Among Us 2, Logan predicted it got delayed, and it did get delayed, so 7 points there. And Final Fantasy VII Rebirth got delayed, and Logan was the only one that put a score on it, so we all got a bullseye there. I'll have more stats, and I'll have all of our bullseyes and all of our zeros lined up at the end of the year. But what are you guys thinking right now? 6 months away from the end of the year. Who's going to take it home? It's all close, but one person.
I'm hoping.
I think I might
do.
get second place here. Possibly. Yeah.
I'm hoping I can come thundering back and steal third from someone just so you guys so they feel bad about it.
Any other changes we want to make to this? No, you know what? We're not making changes. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
We ain't making
Yeah.
changes.
Yeah.
I will say, Logan, your prediction of 68 for the Lords of the Fallen is looking a little rough, huh?
Maybe I'm right.
Maybe
Maybe
you're
I'm
right.
right. Maybe I'm right.
You want to talk
You
about
never
a
know.
discrepancy of scores. I predicted that game to get a 72, you a 68, DJ is 78, and Worthy an 80. So we are all thinking very different things on that game. And yeah,
Wait, you said 69 for Lords of the Fallen. You're 69. I'm 71.
no, I'm not. I'm looking at the document.
Lords of the Fallen?
The Lords of the Fallen.
You have you have the Lords of the Fallen 2 times. You know that, right?
Do I?
Go to Assassin's Creed Mirage. You literally have the
Oh.
Lords of the Fallen, and then you have the Lords of the Fallen. So which one is it? I don't know.
I'll delete one of them. My bad. I don't know what I did there.
I wonder what that one was because they clearly have a different score. Yeah, I'd rather keep the other one. Yeah, the Mike 69 and Logan 71. That seems pretty close. To
Nah,
what
I
would say, for
think
sure.
you think you.
That's
it's
definitely
68.
a line, I would say.
I know when it was first coming out, you
Well,
had zero
since
faith in
you
it.
screwed up, I'm gonna change my score to 71.
You
There you
can't.
go.
I'm the only one that can
That's
make changes
your.
on
Yeah,
this.
you're the one who screwed it up here.
I'm
You
the only
screwed
one
it
that can make changes on this. I locked you guys out, so get fucked, idiot.
up. Change.
All right. Well,
Everyone.
guys, unfortunately, this brings us to the end of our hangout time. Anything else you all wanted to talk about or say before we head on out of here for the night?
The champ is here.
Damn.
Congrats, Worthy.
Damn.
Yeah.
He comes right out with the champ is here, little cocky fuck. You get one
See.
year.
We will see. Maybe we got some sleepers, you know. Maybe we got some. I don't know. Maybe I'll get a bunch of 90s all of a sudden.
We can
You
have Mike
might.
have a crown
Eh?
3D printed for you, but he'll just never send it.
I still have your knives. They're back here. Here's one of them. It's right here. It looks really cool. It's sharp as could be, and the other two are down there as well. But I do want to come up with a punishment. Are you guys okay with you just got to dress weird for the draft? Or if you want to do something
I
a
got a
little bit
better
more
one.
insane. Okay, well, hit me with it before we head out of here.
You gotta go buy a physical copy of Gollum. and you have to put
Okay,
it on
well,
your shelf.
Now you're
For the
talking about
entire year.
now you're talking about spending money. All right.
Dude,
Yeah,
you
but
could
think
probably
about
find
that.
it in the
Black Friday,
bargain
I'll
bin by the
probably get it
time
for
we're there,
cheap.
dude. It's bargain bin by then.
Yeah, probably.
That would be funny. And then the entire time you have to have Gollum behind you in one of the things,
Okay, here's the thing that
knowing that you own a physical copy of Gollum.
but that
I would say
only
you had to
The
play
crime.
but that punishment only applies to like you and me who are on it every single week. The other two guys, that's not really a punishment for them.
No, but they show up with us. We gotta see it. It's
They-
gotta be
well,
there.
I
would
like
say
the
you need to
dress
play
better.
All right. Here's the deal, because it's probably gonna be me. Um, I'll definitely wear some goofy shit during the next draft, and if I can find it cheap, I will buy and I'll play Lord of the Rings Gollum.
All right.
Yes. All
And
right.
give us your
sweet.
honest review about it.
Yes.
I want to stick to the point that
would
you
be
just
perfect.
and it's got to be
I'll-
funny, all right? I don't want no cheapskate, Bailey just wearing a stupid hat. You got to be looking weird as shit on this thing, all right?
I'll have my wife do my makeup. I don't care.
Perfect.
Yes. Perfect.
Perfect.
I got a gorilla costume.
We gonna send
I
it
got
to
so
him?
many
I don't know
things.
how that
I can
applies.
wear masks. I've got Batman mask. I've got my little Thor helmet thing that's like this big. Like I got all kinds of stuff I can
All
wear.
right. Well, there we go. When DJ loses, he's gonna be dressed
Yeah.
funny
No,
and have to
when.
play Gollum. I'm gonna be honest. I don't see a way to climb out of fourth place for him. I really don't see it.
You never
No,
know, man.
and-
He may
and
have some
unless-
sleepers.
Unless I could drop one or two of my negative games, because like Sons of the Force would have to come out and score huge. Space Marines 2 would have to do like 90 something. What else did I have? And those couple other that I picked up to fill out the team would have to score high, and I could see them scoring high, but not high enough for me to like. Worthy might hit 200 points. I'll be lucky if I can claw my way back up to like breaking 100.
Well, Logan's games might not release.
What's that?
Yeah.
All right, here
They're
we
all
go.
gonna release.
The winner is going to get a crown to wear during the draft. I will buy it and supply it. I'll send it to you, and then we just got to send it to each other. That sounds annoying, but we can do it. It's not that bad.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
Do you want a tiara, Worthy, or do you want an actual crown?
A crown.
Okay, I'll buy you a
The
crown.
Burger King crown.
Yeah. Burger,
Oh,
Burger
Have it your
King
way.
crown.
That's good. That's good. But all right, guys, it's been a while. It's been fun. We need to have you guys on more and more often. But like I said, stay tuned. The PlayStation exclusive episode should be getting up and going sometime pretty shortly. Hopefully, we need to get DJ some better equipment first and foremost, and then we'll hop on it. And then Logan still got the Xbox show floating in the background, so keep it tuned to the channel. We're gonna be doing more and more stuff. Our Rankem episodes will finally start coming out. Maybe we'll have all the guys come in for a special Rankem episode every now and then, if it is applicable. Yeah, DJ, you missed the Star Wars Rankem one. That was fun. It was also like a 4-hour episode.
Yeah.
It was a little much. But all right. Anything else? Last thoughts.
Nope.
Mm,
I'm looking at you, DJ.
I
You
can
can't
come
tell.
on,
Rolling,
I can-
guys, and get Mario RPG.
I can come on once Pikmin 4 comes out. I'll do a Pikmin rank 'em.
All right. Well, it's not gonna, it's just
Give
you. I got 3. That's all I got.
I've never even played a single one.
3's my number 1 because it's the only one I got.
I played the first one a lot.
I even played the DS shit one that was a side scroller. Hey Pikmin. So
All right, well, guys, it's been fun, but unfortunately, this does in fact bring us to the end of our show. Everyone who's either watching or listening, excuse me, we just want to take this time, as always, and thank you from the bottom of all of our collective hearts. We could not be doing what we're trying to do here at the Experience Point and without your support, but please help us to continue to grow by telling everyone out there that you know who has a slight appreciation for all things fandoms, that you have some new friends waiting to talk all sorts of nerdy stuff with them. As always, we would greatly appreciate it. Mr. Birdman, any closing words?
Make sure to go check out our last episode that we recorded the other day of the XP podcast. But other than that, keep on the lookout towards the end of this year when we have the finale for not only the OpenCritic battle, but also our fantasy and see who actually wins and who has to have Gollum and play Gollum in the background and also wear something weird, as Mike says in quotes. 2023. That's from him. But other than that, I'll bring it back to Mike and he can send it off to our guests and hopefully they'll be on sometime soon.
How about this?
Let's
If
do
I end up losing any of the things that we're in, I'll wear Xbox clothes.
Ooh. Okay.
That's a crime upon all crimes. Punishable by death. All right.
Yeah.
Worthy, what do you got, man?
Oh well, I can't wait to see the ending of this. It could be interesting if both of those games do not.
It's not going to be interesting, Worthy. Shut up.
It could be.
Don't be humble.
said
It's not
could.
fun.
I'm trying.
Be a dick. It's fun.
He's
It's more fun.
trying.
I wasn't humble when I won. Don't be humble.
That's fair.
Well, maybe you won because I didn't play because I wasn't paying attention.
That's fair. Hey, that's
Because
fair.
I did have a lot my only 5 games I drafted, they were really high. Oh, they were high.
Yeah.
I feel so stupid for losing that.
Hi is someone in Colorado. DJ, any last words?
I mean, you win some, or in my case, you lose 2 years in a row.
Wait, did you get last year too?
I think I did.
Yeah, he did.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Damn, man.
Even though I didn't play over half the year.
No, it was definitely Worthy
Yeah.
who got last.
Yeah,
Was it?
had
Yeah.
to be.
Oh, that's right. I was kind of in the
Yeah.
running, and then you had like 3 coming out at the end of the
I
year.
was
that
in
just-
third, so I might stay in
Yeah.
the exact
Yeah, you
same
got
place I
second
did
last year,
year.
DJ.
Yeah.
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 All right. Well, you know, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Hopefully, I can take
Yeah.
a couple more steps forward next year. At like the way it's looking though, if Logan has a couple of his games out, I might as well try to platinum Lord of the Rings Gollum before next year.
It's actually pretty easy to platinum.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Monitoring.
I thought about getting it just for the easy platinum. So I guess if I lose, good excuse. But all right, man. Thanks everyone for listening and following along with us on our fantasy journey in battles. I hope everyone has a great week. And as always, we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Adios.